Hi, it's John at Brotherton-accountscom. Today I'm going to just do another short video on bank rules. So this is something that crops up quite frequently for us talking to clients about this, and there's just a few other little aspects I want to include within this video. So our bank rules are the main thing, which I've mentioned in another video, is not to get carried away with bank rules. The main thing to remember is if you're going to get a receipt from a supplier and you're creating a bank rule, then you're not doing it right. Because in reality, if you've got an invoice coming in from a customer, from a supplier rather, you're going to be in a position where you need to allocate the payment, which is hitting your bank feed here, against that receipt. What you don't want to do, a bank rule is effectively posting it as a direct payment against the nominal. So as accountancy as an example, if we send out to our clients an invoice, a monthly invoice, and then they see that appear in their bank feed and they say, oh right, that's from the accountant, I'm going to create a bank rule, you're effectively posting that payment directly to accountancy, and then you get the invoice off us, and then it's going to go to accountancy again, so you're double counting accountancy. So what you'll be doing is you'll be getting a receipt from us, that goes through your ledgers, through your purchase ledger, the charge goes to accountancy, the payment hits your bank feeds, and then that payment gets allocated to clear the creditor, not to post it to accountancy again. So if you post it as a bank rule, it's going to be posted to accountancy again, so you've double counted your accountancy, and that's where people get carried away with bank rules. So you only create a bank rule if you're not going to get a receipt. This is what I constantly say to clients and anybody that we're advising on this. Do not set a bank rule up. So they're ideal for things like bank charges, rates, bills, because you might not get a monthly rates bill from your council. So things like that, you can pick them up from your bank, and you get 12 payments going out every year, and you're picking it up directly from your bank and posting it to rates or to bank charges. Perfect. Bank rules are perfect for things like that. So this is just a demo company, so obviously we just have to work with what we've got. So if we imagine here that this is a bank, I mean it's not, but we can just imagine that 1575 is a bank rule, sorry, a bank charge. So at that point we can click on here and we can go, right, there's the detail. Here is where we set our bank rule up. So we create a bank rule, and where effectively we can add in as many conditions as we want to. I won't go into too much detail on this because I've done another video on this, but the only time you would have more than one condition, or the only time one condition is needed or more than one condition is needed, is if you've got a conflict with another rule that you've set up. So if the same wording or something similar, you may need to add in another rule to give it two things as parameters to pick up on. So that's the only time we would suggest. So you can delete these. So what we could do here is say, this is what I would always say to do. Any text field not equals contains the words Cooper Street. It's just, we're pretending this is bank charges. Create a contact and calling it bank charges. We don't have to call it bank charges. It could be 123, or it could be ABC. It could be anything, or it could be the name of the bank. So that is anything going through your bank on XERO has to be posted against a contact. So that normally you would call it your bank account. Then down here you've got allocate a set amount. So it may be that you've got a set amount which is for a specific. So say it was a payment to your insurance company, you may want to put so much to public liability insurance, and then the remainder to your PII insurance, something like that. That allows you to do that line. What usually most people would do is ignore that bit and then just fill this bit in. So here it would be bank charges. I'm posting it to, this is arguably the most important one, that's where it's being posted to. And then so we're saying it's going to bank fees with a description, bank charges with no VAT on it, and then we're calling it, we can give it a raw bank charges. Oops. Okay, so what we're saying there is if any of the conditions match, we've only created one condition, so any text field as it comes through your bank feeds on your bank statement, so any text field, and it gives you these options. But I always say to clients, always put it just to any text field, just in case the bank move the description around to reference or description, it just carries on picking it up for you. And then you don't have equals, you say contains, and then whatever the words are within what's coming through, because that very rarely changes. You would take out dates, so it's not specific for dates, and you're not saying equals either, so you're just saying contains. Post it to bank charges, which is a contact. We're giving it a description, bank charges, and we're posting it to bank fees on the nominal. So you can see from that, we're not going to get a receipt for it. All we've got is a payment going out the bank, and we're posting it directly to bank fees. So this is where, like I say, it would be incorrect if you're going to get a receipt. If the bank was sending you a receipt and you was putting it through Dex or HubDocs and getting the bill on the system, you're picking up the charge for bank fees through the bill, and then this payment would be then allocated against that receipt to clear your creditor. Because you're not getting a bill, you're effectively saying, I'm just going to, as it hits my bank, I'm going to pick up the bank charges from the bank and post it directly to my nominal on my profit and loss account to bank fees with no VAT. So if we save that now, that effectively is in our system. So there, it's picking up. So we don't have to, we can edit the rule, we don't apply the rule, and we can go and post it somewhere else. But in theory there, it's picked it up there, it's picked it up there. So once they're in the system, it will carry on picking them all up. Okay, now, this is what I just wanted to go through with people. To manage those rules, you can go into the account. So let's just come out. So if we go to dashboard, our banks live here. So bank accounts. And very often people set them up and they go, well, where are they? So within here, you can click on whatever bank you've set them up for. You can either click on the name or click on manage account. So we just click on the name there. You can go into manage account there. Let's just go back. Manage account, and then they're there, bank rules for that particular bank. Now, once you go into there, you've got spend money rules. You've got 3 different tabs: receive money rules and transfer money rules. So that gives you the 3 different types of rules that you can set up. So if we go back to our spend money rules, there's the bank charges one that we've just done, and at any point we can click in there and edit it. So we can go in and change, you know, if the text changes at the bank, or we want to post it somewhere else, or we suddenly realise that we've posted something incorrectly and it's going to the wrong nominal. You know, you can go in and change it all and put it to exactly where you want to. Okay, you can delete it as well. You can go down here and have a look at the history. Okay, so it's all potentially doable. I'm not quite sure why that's not showing up there. Just save that. But can you see you're going in, and you can go in and edit it at any point. So if they stop working for some reason, you can go in and add a condition, because it may be that you just need to say the payee must equal NatWest or something like that. You know, you can go in and add exactly what you want. Now, normally what we find is that you're better off just having one condition. As long as they're working and it's picking up the right things, you know, that works absolutely fine. So accounting, bank accounts, manage account, bank rules, and that's where they live. Okay, so like I say, you receive money rules, spend money rules, transfer rules, so they're all there. The other thing you can do on the bottom of the down here, you can run this rule on. So if you've got numerous bank accounts, you can ask it to run the rules on all bank accounts. So if you've got, you know, like I say, 2 or 3 bank accounts and you've got bank charges on all of them and they come through with the same description, that's perfect. You can just set the one rule up and run it on all bank accounts and save it. Okay, hopefully there's a little bit of duplication there on another video, but it's so important to get across that people should not run bank rules if they're going to get receipts. And there's a little bit of extra information on where they live and how you can manage them. Okay, hopefully that's been useful, and see you next time. All right, thanks, bye.